guys, welcome back to another stream. So today we are going from noobini to a drag. W bro, W. W bro. Bro, what are you saying? I can't understand. Guys, any offer for this? I am going from a noobini to a drag. Hi. Hello bro, hello. Hello. Do you have any offer for this? Because I am going from a noobini to a drag. Bro, do you know English? So talk in English, bro. Because I don't know what type of languages you are using. I know only English, bro. Use English if you know. Okay, bro, I will accept. Bro, W, bro, W. Bro, can I give you brain rot for free? Yes, bro, of course you can give. Yeah, bro, today I won because I am doing noobini from noobini to drag. That's why I need. Bruh. Yo guys, I'm back. There was a call. There was a call, so I was. There was a call, so that's why I have to go. Now I will do live. Yeah, bro, I'm back. Okay, bro. Send me trade request. Bro, the lag is insane. Bro, send trade request. What's your username, bro? Tell me what is your username. Or send me. Or send me trade request. Guys, any offer for these two brain rods? I am going from noobini to drag. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thanks a lot, bro. You helped me. Bro, you have better brain rot than this is your alt account. No, bro, my friend is having all my brain rot. My friend is having all my brain rot. That's why I'm doing noobini to a drag. He is having all my brain rot. हेलो। अबे अभी नाश कहाँ गया? इसकी वजह से नूबिनी को ड्रैग करना पड़ रहा है। Guys, any offer for this sprint rod? Please help me to reach Lubini to drag. रेहान का क्या? रेहान का घुप 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 नंबर ना, रेहान का नंबर ना है। घुप 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 तेरे पास है तो तू फोन करके बुला ले उसे, ट्रेडिंग कर लूंगा मैं। वही रेस्टी निकल ऑनलाइन है। रेस्टी निकल के स्ट्रीम लगाता हूँ। लाइव नहीं है बट ऑनलाइन है। देखते हैं अगर डुअल रिक्वेस्ट लेता है तो मजा आएगा।
क्या ही करेगा 16 श्रृंगार।
अभी क्या है?
खूबसूरत है तुम्हारा मैं।
Imagine this for a second. Imagine you're in your private server, just AFK grinding, waiting for something to spawn, and then you see this on the runway.
Dragon Cannelloni.
Imagine seeing this Dragon Cannelloni on the runway. Your first reaction is you'll probably start screaming at the top of your lungs, you won't believe it, and then you'll just buy it.
Dragon Cannelloni.
And that is the worst thing you can ever do. Because while yes, you do have a Dragon Cannelloni generating 250 million a second, what if you were trade farming it? What if you built it up to something like this? 5.8 billion a second Dragon Cannelloni. Now, I want to ask you guys a question. Would you rather have this or this? Today, I'm basically going to talk about trade farming, what you need, how many people you need, what the most important things to do, and how to not fumble trade farming. Because a lot of stuff spawn for people and they don't know what to do with it, and then they're just left with either low value brain rocks, or they can have really trade farmed, high money generating brain rocks. If you want to learn how to trade farm, like the video, subscribe. I will show you everything that I have learned today, and we will build the craziest brain rocks you have ever seen in your life. And just to show you how important trade farming is for building value, I've moved everything we've ever trade farmed to my main account, and I just want you to look at this Headless Horseman real quick. Imagine if we would have never trade farmed it when we got it out of the fuse machine. It would have been at 550 million a second, it would have looked really bland, and it wouldn't have been worth as much. But the fact that we trade farmed it, built it up to 17 billion a second, and now that it's an OG with its own skin, it has way more value. This Griffin, for example.
Hello guys, is there anyone who can help me to reach Dragon?
Probably 30 to 40 billion a second altogether. The Dragon Gingerini, another Griffin, the Pop Kurus, the Pegasus. This one is a one of one for sure with the fireworks trade. This was an insane pull. If you want a chance to get brain rots like these, you have to understand a few things first. There's a lot that goes into trade farming, and the first and most important thing is loyalty. If you can't trust the person you're trade farming with, then there's no point even doing it in the first place. Me, personally, I trade farm with my little brothers, and I have that privilege, and I'm very grateful. That's why it's a lot easier to trust them. And when I say brothers, I mean my actual brothers, like my blood brothers. Yes, we are related for the people asking in the comments. Startino and SpongeBoy, the two boys that you see in my videos, those are my little brothers. That's why you see us trade farm all these insane stuff, and I have no problem trusting them because they're literally a room away. Shout out to Startino and SpongeBoy. The reason trust and loyalty is so important because if you have your base set up right here and the other person has his base set up in the corner and you guys are just buying it back and forth, let's say the brain rot is coming towards you, right? That's your base over there, and this is the person's base that's buying it from over there. He can just instantly admin panel you, rocket you, brain rot goes in to their base, and they're gone. They leave. I've seen it happen before, and it's honestly just really sad to see. That's why finding people you can trust is very important, and you need to understand one thing. People are willing to let everything go for a brain rot, which is just sad, but it does happen. So try to build trust with people, try to make good friends, and just pray that they don't backstab you. The second most important thing you need whenever it comes to trade farming is cash. You're going to need to stock up on lots and lots of in-game cash. As you see to the bottom left, I currently have 727 quadrillion, which is more than enough, but Whenever you're trade farming for hours, you're gonna need as much money as you can because buying something back and forth will literally burn through your money way faster than you think. This Headless Horseman, for example, we almost lost this before we even got Starfall and Orca because we didn't have enough money to keep it going. But we transferred a lot of our brain rots to our alt accounts and our main accounts, and we just generated money while we were trade farming it, which is a mistake we learned from, and we never do it again. That's why we're always prepared with tons of cash on us to keep buying it back and forth. So cash is definitely the second most important thing. The third most important thing that goes into trade farming is base placement. You're going to need 2 buyers that will keep buying the brain rot back and forth, and they will need to be in this corner and that corner. The reason why we need this to happen is because it gives the brain rot a long way to travel from each base, and it makes ritual traits and admin abuse traits easier to hit. Plus, if the players were to get hit, they would have all this space and all
Hello
this
guys,
time to
please
recover
help me to
and charge the
reach
brain rot back.
from
Setting up
noobini
your
to
bases is
drag.
a lot easier than people think, and I'm going to label them by numbers and the exact formation that you can join. Starting with base number 1.
Lol.
Base number 1 is where you're going to spawn as soon as you join the private server.
Lol.
So as soon as you join your private server, you're just going to stay there. Now you need a second person to join. Base number 2. You need 2 more people to join, which is going to be base number 3 and base number 4. After you have 4 people in the server already, the 5th person who will be buying the brain rot back and forth will join to base number 5. That will put him at the corner. Then you will need another account to join for base number 6, and then you'll need another account to join for base number 7. Once everything has been filled on the screen, you'll have one more base, which is base number 8. That's where the second buyer will go. He'll join, and then you can leave on every other account except for the corners who will be buying it back and forth. Very simple to understand. Now that you know how to set up your base, let's talk about ritual traits. There is currently 8 ritual traits in the game right now that you can do yourself. Shark Fin, Bombardiro, Meteor, Spider, Meteo, Tai, Migatito, and Chipotera. These are all possible, and you can stack these up on your brain rots. But the only thing is that you should know is Meteor and Tai are very hard to get because they are runway traits only. If you're planning on getting brain rots from the Fuse Machine or the Divine Machine or whatever it is, these are the only traits that you can stack on it. That's it. Meteor and Tai are very impossible to hit, and you can't get them. It's good to have them running during admin abuse, just in case you get lucky and maybe something crazy spawns, and then maybe get Tai or Meteor. But other than that, you're better off just keeping it at this rate. But even then, 5.8 billion to 7.5 billion, you're still sitting on a brain rot right here. Way better than just a base dragon. It looks very bland, it looks very empty, it's not worth as much. But this right here, this gives it a lot more value. The way to do these rituals is very simple. I'm going to show you everything you need to learn
2x
right
luck.
now. Starting with the ritual, this gives you the tie trait, and it's pretty easy to do. You need 4 people, and you need 4 dual duels in total. You guys are going to get in a square formation. Once you have the ritual done, and it's done right, the dual duels will come to life, build up this graduation stand, and that will grant you the tie trait on any runway brain rots. Very nice to see. And it also spawns a special brain rot. You either get a no my examine or a yes my examine. Very nice. Up next is the Bombardiro ritual. The way to do this ritual is pretty easy. You need 3 people and 3 Bombardiros standing in front of the cave in a line formation. Once you get it right, it instantly clicks, sending you off your way. This ritual is absolutely garbage. I hate it. Okay, no, seriously though. This ritual is pretty cool, but the thing is, sometimes it doesn't hit, and you'll have to redo it over and over and over and over again, and it's just very annoying to deal with. But if you get it pretty early into the trade farm, you're blessed. That's all that matters. Anyways, that's how you do it. It's a pretty cool ritual. It's a pretty cool trait. It gives you an explosion on your brain rot. Can't complain. Up next, we have the Orca ritual, which is pretty easy to do. As you see in the video right here, these people are not getting it right because they're very close together. They just now figured out that they have to give themselves space. You have to be super far apart from each other. You're not supposed to be too close. Once you do that, it'll instantly click in, sending orcas and sharks flying around the map, giving you that shark fin trait, which looks very nice. Up next, we have the Chipotera trait. Now this is one of my favorite traits out there because it gives a 6x multi on your brain rots, and it's very easy to do. As you can see from the professional gameplay in the background, you have these 2 absolute ghosts trying to figure it out, and would you look at that, they managed to get it. Shout out to them. That's exactly how you do it. You need 2 of them and 2 people. You're going to stand side to side on the runway, starting the ritual. And you also get a Los Chipoteras that spawns with it, which is very nice. Up next, we have the Mateo ritual, which is pretty easy to do. You need 3 people and 3 Mateos. You each get to grab a Mateo and stack up on each other, starting the ritual, which spawns a tree out of the ground and lightning strikes all over the map. This gives you that little top hat trait on your brain rots, which looks absolutely adorable. I love this trait. It's very fire. If you guys are ever tree farming, I recommend you do this because you do not want to miss out on that top hat. It looks very nice. Up next, we have the Lavaka ritual. And the way to do this is pretty simple. You're going to have to get 3 Lavakas to 3 people. You're just going to have to stand in the formation of a triangle. Once you do that, it'll click in, sending your Lavakas up in the air, and starting the meteor event, which is a runway trait only, hence why we don't do it, because all of our brain rots that we trade farm are from the fuse machine only. But it looks pretty cool on some brain rots and it's pretty rare. Also spawns you a secret brain rot, which is kind of worth it. Up next, we have the spider ritual. This one is pretty easy to do as well. You basically need 4 spiders and 4 people. Get in the formation of a square in the middle of the map. Once you do that, it sets spiders all around the map. Sometimes you get lucky enough, they crawl out of the ground and they bite your brain rot, which is the ultimate goal. Sometimes they'll rage bait the hell out of you and walk right by you, just like that one did. Last but not least, we have the Migatito ritual. The way to do this ritual is pretty easy and it's pretty adorable. You basically take the 2 cats and you gotta make them hug each other. Once they're hugging each other, the event starts and also spawns a special brain rot with it as well. This is a very adorable ritual, very easy to do, very nice. I like it. 10 out of 10. I believe I covered everything there is to trade farming. If I missed out on anything, make sure you guys comment it down below, because I'm still learning just as much as you are. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys will start trade farming with the tips and ideas that I gave you today. If you do trade farm any...
Any offer for these 2 brain rods? Or I will also do PvP for that. If you wanna do PvP, so I can also do PvP. Are you serious right now?
DJ Panda.
declared you fate.
DJ Panda. DJ Panda. DJ Panda.
अबे यार भाई मारने पे भी नहीं लगता मेरा. ब्रो व्हाट इतनी जल्दी.
DJ Panda.
भाई स्क्रिप्टर है ये. बहुत जल्दी उठा रहा है बिकॉज ये नहीं. Can anyone tell me how to do this? How to grab? I will give it back. Guys, can anyone tell me how he grabbed that quick? Hmm. Guys, I think I have to go because I have to go somewhere. So bye, bye all of you. Bye.